In 1994, Rwanda faced one of the darkest moments in human history. Over 800,000 people were killed in a brutal genocide that lasted only 100 days. The nation was left broken, bleeding, and buried in pain. But just a few years later, something unexpected began to stir, not in government office or NGO boardrooms, but in the hearts of praying teenagers. This is the true story of the revival that healed Rwanda. The pain in Rwanda was deeper than politics. Families were torn apart, churches were silent, the land was grieving. But in a small Christian secondary school in Musaze, a group of students began gathering to pray after class. No light, no music, just raw cries. They were mostly teenagers, some who had lost their parents in the genocide. They weren't asking for fame or miracles. They just wanted peace and healing. For weeks, they met daily. At first, only 5 or 6 came, then it became 20, then 100. One night, during one of their usual prayer meetings, without any sermon or guest minister, the atmosphere shifted. Students began trembling. Some collapsed under convictions. Others began to confess secret sins out loud. A thick presence filled the room. Some described it as heavy and peaceful at the same time. Teachers ran in thinking something was wrong. But many were also brought to their knees, undone by the power of God. No one could explain it, but everyone felt it. God was in the room. That prayer meeting, which started at 7 p.m., continued until 7 a.m. the next morning. No one wanted to leave. That night, revival broke out. Word spread fast. Other schools nearby heard of what happened and sent representatives. Within weeks, the fire of revival jumped from school to school. In Kigali, students began gathering in stadiums. At the University of Rwanda, lecture halls turned into prayer rooms. Even more shocking, police officers and military personnel began attending prayer gatherings. Some repented openly and returned stolen items. In one government building, a high-ranking official called for a moment of prayer, and the entire room broke out in worship. Shrines were burned. Former occultists gave public confessions. People brought charms, fetish, and idols to be destroyed. National TV started covering it. A new Rwanda is rising through prayer. It wasn't organized by a church, denomination, or foreign missionary. It was a homegrown move of the Holy Spirit. Crime rates dropped dramatically. School became safer. A wave of church planting followed. Pastors who feared gathering youth suddenly had full halls. One testimony of a man who had been a killer through the genocide. He came to a prayer meeting, heard the gospel and wept for hours. Later he found the family of one of his victims and publicly confessed, asking for forgiveness. Reconciliation became the theme of the nation. From ashes, a new Rwanda was being born, not through politics, but repentance. Today, Rwanda is one of the safest and fastest growing nations in Africa. Revival is not a story of the past. It is a pattern of mercy for any people who seek God with all their hearts. The Rwanda Revival reminds us that God can heal any land, no matter how broken, no matter how painful. It began with a handful of students who decided to pray. What if you were the one to start it in your city? Revival starts with you. If you enjoyed this story, kindly like and subscribe to this channel, as we will be bringing more edifying content like this. Drop on the comment section what stood out for you in this video. Thank you very much.